Let's just jump right into it. Today's title is Elderly Black Fatigue at the YMCA. Let's just jump uh, right into it.
Here at the YMCA again, and that's Rona, and they are again trying to make me move out of my spot, and I got here first. And I don't know who this gentleman is.
Brian, he also works here.
So he works here also. So
Safety first.
this is the second time that they have tried to get me to move. And I have told them that I am not moving. I got here first. Now this man is telling me I'm going to move, but he's not going to tell this lady to move.
No, because
She got here after I got here.
I got here at 9 o'clock this morning.
And I got here before she did. So this lady put her
So stop right there. Now, this is how you know she's not telling the truth, because she would have said what time she got there. The lady that's already in this chair right here said, I got here at 9 o'clock. And she would have said, I got here at 8:55. I got here at 8:45. I got what she would have said the time. But the fact that she didn't say that time lets me know everything. Now, many of you all would say, Flash, that don't mean nothing. It does mean something. Because I know how Black folks act when they think they're in the right, when they're actually in the right. And she would have said the time. This woman said 9 a.m. and she said, I was here before her. Now, clearly, the woman that's here, her chair is next to this woman's chair. But we're going to look over what the report says, and we're going to look at all that. But let's just finish this video real quick.
face in my face the last time I was here. This lady right here.
We
And that's Rona is. There Rona is.
And so you can't move over 2 feet.
I am not moving over 2 feet.
guarantee-
Class, and we're not going to
We're
move.
gonna have to cancel our class
Okay,
because
this.
safety first. I need you to move over, please.
And she will not have this Caucasian lady, and Rona will not have this Caucasian lady to move over, but want me to move over, and I am not moving over.
This is how you know when Black folks are in the wrong, because they bring up race. This is how you know. This is an easy sign to tell you when a Black person is in the wrong, because they're going to bring up race. Now, she's being accusatory already of these people, accusing them of being racist. She's already bringing up race for no reason at all. And so, again, I tell you this all the time, that Black people lie. Even though she's elderly, it doesn't mean she's not going to lie, because she's been lying for years. Now, clearly, something is off, because you saw the picture in the mirror. Her seat is right next to this woman's seat. So clearly, you had to have put your chair there. And again, the lady said, I've been here since 9 o'clock. And she would have said, I've been here since 8:50. She would have said a time, but she didn't. Now, the staff is here trying to be very patient, very polite, but they said it's safety first. If they start exercising and the woman next to her hits her, she's going to want to sue the YMCA. Black people have become insufferable. Black people have become insufferable. You talk about segregation, Jim Crow, redlining. It makes sense. Although the redlining wasn't true, but it makes sense to have a separate society. Black people have become insufferable. In public spaces, they cannot behave themselves. I'm sorry. This is ridiculous.
She's sitting close to me, so hello, how you doing?
I'm good.
I got somebody else coming to me to speak to me. So what do you got to say? Good morning to you. I am blessed, and I'm prosperous, and I'm highly favored of the Lord. I'm not moving.
You can sit there
And I
and
said
Gabriel
that
closes
before.
door, but I don't give a shit.
So now she's cussing.
Shit's not a cuss.
Now she's cussing.
Is it really that important?
See these Karens.
She shouted a bird. Now she's calling them Karens. Could you imagine? So, in other words, this is what black people are saying. If white people hold them to a social standard, they're racist. So the alternative is to let black people do what they want to do. Now, my question for anybody listening to me, all my detractors, do you trust black people being able to be out in this world and follow no rules? We see how they operate with the rules. How will they operate without the rules? She's stopping this whole class, and all she has to do is move over a couple of feet and she won't do it. This is her protest because she's mad at Trump. She's mad at Republicans. She's mad that Kamala Harris isn't president. All of this, she's mad. She didn't watch slavery movies. She didn't watch all this propaganda. She got about 60 years worth of propaganda in her. She's a lost cause. So now she wants to protest at the YMCA with a bunch of liberals. These folks are liberals. These people are liberals. These are her allies. When she voted for Kamala, so did they. But let's continue.
See these Karens always want to have their way. And because we do not allow them to have their way, then we are in the wrong. So for me, I got here first and I am not moving. And that was what I said the last time when I was here.
Right, this is Jordan.
So now they bring the black guy in to make me move.
What's wrong, baby?
And now they're bringing the black people here to make me move.
Now the only person bringing up race is her. Now everybody in these comments are calling these folks racist and them sellouts and all that, but the only person mentioning race is her. Nobody else has mentioned race. She's the only one. But everybody in the comments are just sure that she's so right. I told you that black people lie. But it's not that black people lie. It's just when they lie, people believe them. Everybody believes her. Everybody. No context. No. If you go on social media right now, everybody believes her. Everybody believes that they're racist and she's in the right. Keep in mind, though, she's the only one that's bringing up race. She's the only one. She's stopping the entire class. The woman told her it's a safety issue because everybody knows if they do an exercise and that woman hits her, she's going to want to sue. So what black people are really asking is to have free reign in society. What they really want to do is oppress white people. That's the ultimate goal. This is ridiculous. But Blanche, she old enough to be your grandmother. How you gonna say that?
So I do know when
This is a family organization.
will everyone please get out of Will everyone please get out of my face? I'm not doing anything. Now Jordan is asking me what is wrong.
Now you see how she's talking to the camera and the people are talking to her? This is how you know she's in the wrong. This is how you know she's in the wrong. She's putting on a show for social media. She's trying to go viral. She's mad at Trump. She's mad that Kamala didn't win. She's mad at white people. This isn't just this incident. This is all the programming and propaganda. And she has about 60 years worth of programming and propaganda, at least 60. Black people have become insufferable.
Asian lady wants me to move, and she will not move over this side, but she wants me to slide over. Why can't she slide over? This Caucasian lady has been sitting here for years, and I don't care if she's been sitting here for 50 million years.
Ma'am.
I don't care if this lady been sitting here for 50 million years. I'm not moving.
Ma'am. Only woman.
You heard that? And I left a comment and I said, that lady sits in that spot every class. I said, she been sitting in that class in that spot for decades. I said it in a comment. You heard what she just said. I don't care if she always sits there. I don't care if she's been sitting there for all this time. I'm not moving. So again, she's telling you all she's in the wrong, but all black people can see. When I say black people, I'm talking about 99%. All they see is conflict between white and black. So white must be racist and black must be in the right. Do you understand the programming now? The programming is telling you that if there's a conflict between white and black, white is always wrong and black is always right. That's very problematic, people. There's no context, there's no nuance. Black people have become insufferable.
Or the only individual who has a reserved spot is the instructor herself. Everyone else has a responsibility to reserve their spot. The only person who has a reserved spot is the instructor herself.
So you heard Jordan said the only person in here has a designated spot is Rona.
Yeah,
so
teaching
why
the
are
class.
they trying to make
But
me
if you are
move?
derailing
This lady right here beside me, why won't they have her to slide over?
I understand your frustration.
Look at her. And I'm not sliding over.
Ma'am.
And what's crazy is if this was reversed and the white lady was black and she was white, and now when the white lady sticks her tongue out, she's racist. But if the black woman stuck her tongue out, get him, girl. You got show him, girl. Like, it's just, dude, the programming and propaganda is crazy. It is a cultural lack of character. There is no honor. You know that woman sits there every class. You know it. But you don't like her. And you want to get back at her. This is what black people do. Black people are bullies. They're social bullies. They consistently violate the social contract among the rest of the citizens of his country. Consistently. Everybody knows this woman sits in that spot all the time. But who you think has a problem with it? The queen does. Now you're telling me America's racist, but this woman is holding up an entire class. This looks like privilege to me.
I'm not moving.
I understand your frustration.
I got here first, and I'm not moving.
What do you want us to direct it as?
I want you to tell this Caucasian lady to
She
move.
has a name, just like how you have a name.
I don't know her name.
Okay, so just address her as ma'am. So it has nothing to do with race, because...
So now I'm supposed to address this lady as ma'am.
Yeah, because it has nothing to do with race.
And she's been cussed.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with race, ma'am.
So,
Right on top of the Miss Annette.
there she is. I'm not moving.
Would you please take that thing off of me? I don't appreciate
Would
it.
you like me to scoot like a couple inches or so?
Just tell her to scoot over there, and then
Now imagine this woman filming everybody, not asking permission. And again, if the roles were reversed and it was a white lady doing this, you all would be calling her racist. Just imagine if the lady sitting there was black and she was white, you all would be calling her racist, doing the exact same actions. Imagine a white woman saying, I have a black woman here, I have a black woman over here, I have a black man. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Of course you can't. Because you all are programmed and propagandized beyond belief, beyond recognition. This is crazy. You know, you would think at her age, she would have some maturity, but she doesn't. She watched CNN all day. She on social media listening to propaganda all day. She's gone. And if this was a white woman doing this, you all be calling her racist.
I am not going to move. I'm not moving. I'm not moving. And the reason I am not moving is because they are trying to force me to move. And I know that I do not have to move because no spots in here is reserved. And she said, honey, do not come and say anything to me. Do not say anything to me.
Matt,
What?
I know, calling 911.
Call 911.
Call 911. Now they're going to call 911.
That's the
Call
police.
with me.
So let them call 911. They're getting ready to call the police.
Ma'am, you do realize you.
How about that? All right, Facebook. I want you to know that they are talking about calling the police because they want this Caucasian lady that's
Would you
sitting
quit
beside
referring
me
to my race?
wants me to move.
Ma'am, it has nothing to do with race. It has nothing.
She asked her, would you quit referring to my race? And you all know if a white woman was saying this black woman, this African-American woman, this black woman, you all know you'd call her racist. But you won't call her racist because she's black. So just admit that you all are biased. Just admit that you don't really care about racism. Just admit you want to be the ones to do it. That's all. Just admit it. Y'all don't care about this stuff. Just admit you want to be the ones to do it. That's all. Because you think white people are doing it. And it's black folks in the class too, telling her to scoot over. Like it's black people talking to her and white people. So you can't make this racial.
Honey, you live with me. So why don't you move back, honey? Okay?
Ma'am, is there a specific reason as to
Honey?
why you want to specifically be in this
Honey,
area?
honey, you're my husband, so you need to stay out of this, okay? Baby, you need to stay out of this. Honey, you need to stay out of this, okay? You need to stay out of this. This is between me. This is a principal thing.
Now, this is the problem right here. So you see the husband. Now, listen, now y'all gonna gloss over this part. I know y'all. Y'all gonna gloss because I know most of y'all women most of y'all black women, you're gonna gloss over the fact that what she did to her husband just right now. You're gonna gloss over that. Disrespecting her husband. He can't talk to her. He can't say nothing. Who you think runs the household? Didn't I tell y'all the black man is weak? It don't matter what age he is. Most black men are POWs, prisoners of war, prisoners of wrath, prisoners of the weave, and prisoners of the wig. This is most black men. They are prisoners of war. Black women run most of these households. You just saw it right there. His wife is acting a complete fool in public, and he can't say anything to her. And she has him on camera, filming this emasculation process in front of everybody. But you're going to gloss over that. I know y'all. Y'all going to gloss over that. You're going to tell me not all black women, it ain't like that. She's upset. It's her right. I know. But we just saw the problem right there. So we see she's a feminist. She's a communist, Marxist, all. And I ask the question all the time, what percentage of black women are not under this programming and propaganda? What percentage? You can't tell me. I said 2%. But y'all assured me it's more than 2%. Show me. Prove it.
This is a principal thing. They brought my husband up here. They thought that my husband is supposed to say something to cause me to move. I'm not moving. They want me to move for Miss Karen right here.
I'm not Karen, thank you very much.
Since I don't know your name, they want me to move for
I'm
Miss
Mrs.
Karen.
McAdams.
They want me to move for Miss Karen.
I'm not Karen, I told you.
Now, she told her name, and she still called her Karen. But y'all going to gloss over all of this. You're going to gloss over it. Because you don't believe black folks should have any character because your measuring stick is white people. So because there was slavery in America, you all believe you can do whatever you want to do. You don't have to respect the rules. You don't have to follow the orders. You don't have none of that. You ain't got to respect white people, even though y'all own slaves, even though your brothers and sisters in Africa, your brothers and sisters sold you into slavery, even though all that took place, even though Africa got slavery going on right now, that doesn't matter. The fact that it could have been one white person that had one slave and y'all were still cut up. That's how high of a standard y'all hold white people to. They got to be perfect. Y'all get to have lack of character, lack of honor, lack of morals, lack of scruples. Y'all can do whatever, but a white person, they got to be perfect. Now, she told you her name. You still call her Miss Karen. I told you. I knew she was wrong in the beginning. I knew she was wrong because she didn't say that time.
Ma'am,
So I'm not moving.
So let's see what came of all of this. Let's see what came of all of this. Let's go to let's see what happened, y'all. Let's see what happened. Let's see what happened, y'all.
A woman in South Boston claims the YMCA there discriminated against her by asking her to move her chair in a group workout class. She posted nearly 20 minutes of the encounter on Facebook before the Y ended up calling the cops to get her out.
All of it led to a protest outside of the community center. ABC 13's Sarah Weitzman investigates the confrontation.
I'm not moving.
The Spooner family says a simple chair in a class at the South Boston YMCA became the center of a showdown.
You can't move over 2 feet.
I am not moving over 2 feet.
My mother, 72 years old, almost arrested by 3 police officers for sitting in a chair and not moving because somebody else wanted the chair when none of the chairs were reserved. Hold them accountable.
The situation all unfolded on
Totally out of context. And I told you all this before. Black people lie. Nobody wanted her chair, sir. They wanted her to move over. You heard? Black people lie.
Monday. The YMCA confirms the instructor typically sits out 20 to 25 chairs ahead of the 10:30 group fitness class. They're 4 to 5 rows deep and spaced apart to ensure safety.
Safety first. I need you to.
Now, Miss McAbbins said she was in her seat at 9 a.m. Do you believe this black woman was in that class an hour and a half or more earlier? Do you all believe this black woman was in that class an hour and a half or before the hour and a half that the lady was in there? You don't believe that. Y'all don't believe she was in that class at before 9 o'clock. Y'all don't believe it. You know she wasn't. That lady is sitting in that chair, even this video. Look at that lady. That lady sits there all the time, I guarantee it.
Move over, please.
Maria Spooner says it's a first come, first served.
I have told them that I am not moving. I got here
We're going
first.
to take this class.
So now he tell me, now this man is telling me I'm going to move, but he's not going to tell this lady to move.
No. Spooner claims another woman tried to bump her out of her spot, literally scooting her chair into hers. But instead of telling that woman to move, she said the instructors told her to move.
I got here first and I am not moving.
However, the YMCA says it was Spooner who moved her chair, not the other woman. When she repeatedly refused to move her chair, the YMCA eventually got the cops involved.
Look at all these silly black men out here. Look at all these black men. Look at all these silly black men out here, just as silly and weak and pathetic, protesting because his mother is wrong. I told y'all that lady, there is no way. First of all, you know black folks ain't showing up no hour and a half early to nothing but a beauty supply store opening up, maybe some Jordans, something with something's on sale, some kind of food place. Y'all know black folks ain't going nowhere an hour and a half early to work out and do nothing. You know that, especially black women. So we know she wasn't there. But look at these silly black men right here. Look at them, just as silly and weak and pathetic. This is the problem with the black community right here, is that the men are condoning this foolishness. The men are condoning this foolishness. But Blair, she old enough to be your grandma. How you gonna say that? You can't say. Black people lie, even the old ones.
Now Spooner's sons are demanding answers.
When my mother sat in her seat, which was supposed to be an open space, equal seating for everyone, but apparently that lady had the right to have her seat when my mother didn't have a right to have a free seat.
To formally apologize, and then we would also need to see corrective measures that are put in place.
The South Boston Police Chief confirms they were called to remove Spooner. They say the YMCA had legal grounds because they own the property. In South Boston, Sarah Weitzman, ABC 13 News.
The black man is weak. The black man is weak. Let's read this article real quick and then we can go. I just want to read it. See what it says. That's all, y'all. Just let me read it. Let me get to the part. According to the YMCA, the instructor typically sets out 20 to 25 chairs for the 10:30 a.m. group fitness class, arranged in 4 to 5 rows to ensure safety. Maria Spooner claimed it was a first come, first served situation. I told him I'm not moving. I got here first, so now he tells me, now this man is telling me to move, but he's not going to tell the lady to move, she said in the video she recorded during the incident. Spooner claimed the woman moved into her. The YMCA stated that they are all seeking to understand why the chair was moved. When Spooner repeatedly refused to move, the YMCA called the police. South Boston's police chief confirmed the officers were called to remove Spooner, citing the YMCA's legal grounds as property owners. In response, the YMCA issued a statement saying, the YMCA is a place where everyone feels welcome, safe, and supported. Let me see. So we offer Spooner a sincere apology. Now, keep in mind, Spooner got an apology, but I want to get to well, this is what happened. Here we go. So they apologized to her, even though they were not in the wrong. But y'all say y'all don't have any privilege. South Boston's police later sent out a release stating that upon arrival, YMCA staff explained that the chairs for the class were set up prior to the beginning of the class. One of the individuals arrived first, but left the room briefly. During her absence, the second individual entered the room, found an empty chair, and sat down. When the first individual returned and found the second individual seated in what she believed was her spot, she became upset. Instead of choosing another chair, the first individual placed the chair directly beside the chair occupied by the second individual and refused to move. So again, that's what happened. That's what happened. That lady had been there since 9 o'clock. And that lady sits in that seat all the time. So you knew when you saw that seat empty, I know you saw her stuff right there, you still sat in that seat. I guarantee that woman had her stuff by that seat, and you still went sat in that seat. You still did it. So that's what happened. There's no way that what's her name? Miss, I want to get her name right. I won't do what she did. I'm sorry, Miss Spooner. Now, Miss Spooner came to that seat and somebody was already sitting there. I know she saw their stuff there. I know she knows who sits there, and she was trying to be petty to that woman. That's all that happened. And she wanted them to appease her, and they didn't, but they eventually did. Now she's out there protesting with the neighborhood, protesting the YMCA because she was in the wrong. Keep in mind, all of the black protests, black folks are in the wrong. There's no legitimate protests ever. They're all based on propaganda and programming. But anyway, you saw Miss Spooner's husband, weak. You saw her sons, weak, pathetic. You saw it. So the problem is that the black men keep conceding to these unruly black women. And at the end of the day, dear white people, you making concessions for black people is never going to work, because what they want is to rule over you and to dominate you. They don't want equality. They don't want equity. They don't want inclusion. They don't want any of that. They want to rule over you. That's what they want. They want to disrupt everything and have them run it. They want to be in charge. They want y'all to do all the work and they get all the benefits. That's all they want. So I thought this case was crazy, and it just lets you know how insufferable the Bliggities have become.